What's going on, y'all? Five Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NBA, talking NBA breaking news, and as multiple reports have come out that Paul George has informed the Indiana Pacers that, hey, I am out after 2018. Well, my contract is up. Deuces, y'all can do whatever you want with the team, but I'm out. I want to go to the Lakers, so preferably if you can trade me before then to the Lakers, I wouldn't mind that, but I'm going to leave the team after 2018, but I am for sure committed for next season. So Paul George admits that he is committed for this coming season and expects Indy to be okay with that. But with that being said, let's talk about where does this put the Indiana Pacers, what spot it puts them in, and can they find potential trading partners for Paul George moving forward, and then talk a little bit about the Lakers as well. So first, we knew this was always a possibility. The Paul George to the Lakers rumors have been circulating for the last, I want to say, a season and a half, pretty much. It's been that long and it's been that drawn out. So am I surprised? Not really, because like I said, we've known about this. I guess the surprising part to me is the fact that Paul George actually came out and told Indy that he is going to leave. Most free agents just dip, and he let them know. He said, hey, you know what, I don't intend on staying here after my contract is up after this next season, so I'm just letting you guys know so you can build for the future moving forward, but that future won't include me. But with that being said, now what spot does this put Indiana in? Well, it puts them in a very, very, very tough spot, not only because Paul George is leaving and they have to fully rebuild, but now they can't even get the proper pieces back for a Paul George. They are not going to get back anything near value for Paul George because every team knows that Paul George is not going to stay there long term. So they would say, why should we give up any assets for a guy that you guys won't be able to keep? And so now Indy knows that, and other teams see their cards right now, and all their cards are open. They have an open deck right now with the Pacers. So what does that leave them? Well, that basically means 28 other teams wouldn't trade for Paul George because they don't want a rental, okay? Unless Paul George agrees to sign their long term, they don't want a one-year rental, okay? And of course, that means I am missing two teams, and those two teams are, of course, the Lakers and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, the Lakers are there for obvious reasons. That is where Paul George wants to go. But let's talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers for a second here. The reason I feel like the Cleveland Cavaliers would still trade for Paul George, even if it's a one-year rental, is because for Cleveland, every year feels like a one-year rental. They are in a do-or-die situation every season, and every year that they don't win an NBA championship, okay, the pressure mounts for the organization to keep surrounding LeBron James with the pieces needed to win. And clearly, with these NBA Finals that we saw this year, there is still a talent gap now with Kevin Durant going to the Warriors that the Cleveland Cavaliers need to address. The good news for the Cavaliers is the Pacers are in such a bad spot. I feel like the Cavs can swing a deal for Paul George without giving up Kevin Love, because they can say, hey, we will take Paul George even for one-year rental. Just force him to come to us. They can still force a trade. Paul George doesn't have a no-trade clause. And what they can say is you're going to lose him for nothing unless you trade him to the Lakers. And if the Lakers know he's coming there, then why would the Lakers trade with you? So they can say that, and they can say, look, just give us Paul George. We'll give you some combination of an Iman Shumpert, maybe a J.R. Smith, throw some picks in there as well, just to get the salaries to match. They get Paul George. They get to keep Kevin Love, okay? And now you've got your big four. And if Paul George leaves in a season, you didn't really give up too many assets. You still have your big three. And now you can compete with Golden State at least for this season, okay? And furthermore, if LeBron James is able to convince Paul George, hey, Paul George can be part of something special. You come here, we can win multiple championships. You go to the Lakers, and they might make the playoffs with you, but you're not getting past the Warriors, okay? You are not getting past the Warriors with that core. It will still take them some years to develop. You come to our team, you'll go straight to the finals for sure, and then after that, we have a chance to win an NBA championship and to beat the Golden State Warriors. So to me, the Cavaliers are the biggest threat to the Lakers for Paul George, and reports have already surfaced that Indiana is in trade talks with Cleveland, okay? if I'm the Lakers, let's quickly roll over and switch over to the Lakers. If I'm the Lakers right now, first of all, I don't want to give up any assets for Paul George if I know he's coming here in 2018. That's just waiting one more season, right? So I'm not giving up Julius Randle for sure. Brandon Ingram, Magic Johnson has already said is untouchable. D'Angelo Russell, you still want him to be part of your future, even if he might be switching positions, and then you might draft Lonzo Ball. You probably will draft Lonzo Ball because now if Paul George is coming, there's no point of drafting Josh Jackson because, like I said, that will be a logjam at the wing spot, and you don't want Ingram and Josh Jackson to not know their fit when they are very young in the league, okay? That is a bad sign for young players. They want to have a defined position, and with Paul George coming and all three playing the same position, it makes it very difficult. You draft Lonzo, he fits right into the point guard. You slide D'Angelo over to the 2, or you can even have him come off the bench. You can have Ingram at the 2, Paul George at the 3, Randle at the 4, or move Randle to the 5, Paul George to the 4, Ingram at the 3. Whatever you want to do. So that is if Paul George is coming. And I say if still because, like I said, he could still go to Cleveland and LeBron convince him there. But for the Lakers, I would like to hold on to the core. I don't want to trade any pieces for Paul George if I know he's coming here, okay? And if Indy wants to sort of force Paul George on me before he's a free agent, then I'm only giving up minimal pieces, okay? I'm not giving up anything of significant value because, look, Indiana's hands are tied. They know there's no one else, okay? If you feel like Cleveland's the threat, okay? If you're Magic Johnson and you feel like Cleveland's the threat, then maybe I would be willing to give up a Jordan Clarkson, okay? That's the extent of it. But other than that, if you feel like, you know, Cleveland's a major threat and Paul George might get convinced by LeBron James to stay there, then I might swing a deal that includes Jordan Clarkson, but no one else. I like Julius Randle way too much. I think he's going to be a stud power forward. I think he's going to be very good in the future. Like I said, the other guys, Brandon Ingram, way too young to give up on him now. So I would hold on to my young horses before I swing a deal for Paul George. So that is what I think, folks. Let me know what you guys think. Paul George, where is he going to end up? Well, he wants to go to LA, but will he end up in LA next season? Should Indy trade him to LA right now, or should they look to trade him to the Cavs? As always, if you like this video, please leave a comment. Please like this video, and as always, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.